Have you ever met someone so productive it's almost suspicious? Like, how are they finishing projects, working out, meal prepping, journaling, and still somehow have time to post aesthetic sunrise photos? Meanwhile, you're sitting there, half-conscious, staring at your phone, wondering how it's already 11 a.m., and you've achieved absolutely nothing except perfect thumb endurance. Here's the truth. Those people aren't born different. They're not superhumans blessed by the gods of self-discipline. They just cracked a system, a daily routine so efficient, so frictionless, it feels like they've found a cheat code. And today, I'm going to hand you that cheat code, because once you learn to design your day the right way, it doesn't just change your schedule, it changes your identity. 1. The setup. Let's get this straight. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters on autopilot. The biggest lie the internet tells you is that a perfect routine means copying what billionaires do. You see a YouTuber wake up at 4:30 a.m., take an ice bath, meditate in a cave, then write a novel before breakfast. And you think that's success. But the perfect routine isn't about waking up early. It's about waking up aligned. It's about creating a rhythm that works for you, not against you. Because your brain doesn't care about goals, discipline, or your shiny vision board. It cares about consistency and rewards. So today, we're not building a routine. We're engineering a behavioral feedback loop that forces you to win, even on bad days. 2. The problem breakdown. Let's be honest. You've tried to get your life together at least a dozen times. You bought a planner, downloaded a habit tracker app, and promised that this time things would be different. Then, what happened? You woke up, stared at your alarm, and negotiated with yourself like a hostage situation. 5 more minutes won't ruin my life, you whispered, knowing full well it absolutely would. Here's why. Your brain is addicted to instant dopamine. Every time you scroll, refresh, click, or check, it's a micro hit of pleasure. So when you try to focus, your brain panics like, wait, where's my hit? Why are we doing this boring thing called work? You're not lazy. You're overstimulated. Your attention span is fractured. Your dopamine system has been hijacked by short-term gratification. So if you try to build discipline the old way, by forcing focus, you'll lose every time, because your brain doesn't respond to force. It responds to design. 3. The core idea/shift. Here's the mind shift most people never make. The perfect daily routine isn't about discipline. It's about friction management. Think of your life like a game. Every action has a friction score. High friction equals hard to start. Low friction equals effortless. If your gym shoes are buried under the bed, that's high friction. If they're right by the door, ready to go, that's low friction. If your phone is next to your pillow, that's high friction for sleep. If it's in another room, low friction. The most productive people on earth don't rely on motivation. They engineer friction. They make good habits easy and bad habits annoying. So, let's turn your day into a dopamine machine that rewards the right behaviors. 4th step-by-step system. Step 1. The 10-minute rule. Here's the trick. Your brain doesn't know the difference between 10 minutes and 2 hours. It only knows when to start or not to start. So when resistance hits, say this out loud. I'll just do 10 minutes. 10 minutes of studying. 10 minutes of cleaning. 10 minutes of working out. Once you start, momentum kicks in. The dopamine of progress starts flowing. Before you know it, 10 minutes turns into 45. And you actually feel good about yourself. Starting small isn't a weakness, it's a strategy. Step 2. The 3 non-negotiables. Most people overwhelm themselves with morning routines that look like a NASA checklist. No wonder they fail. Here's what actually works. Pick 3 tiny anchors that start your day on offense, not defense. Mine. 1. Drink water before caffeine. 2. Move for 5 to 10 minutes. 3. Review my top 3 tasks for the day. That's it. No 5-mile run. No hour-long journaling session. Just 3 simple wins that tell your brain, today, we're in control. Because if you can win the first 30 minutes, you can win the next 12 hours. Step 3. The focus zone. You don't need to be productive all day. You just need one block, one deep, undistracted session, where you give 100%. Pick your most creative or focused time of day, morning, night, whenever. Block 90 minutes, phone in another room, notifications off. That's your focus zone. During that time, no multitasking, no quick checks, no mental tab switching, because every distraction costs you up to 23 minutes of recovery time. One focused block a day equals 7.5 hours of deep work a week. That's more than most people do in an entire month. Step 4. The reward loop. Here's the part people forget. Your brain learns through pleasure. If work always feels like punishment, your brain will resist it. So after every focus zone, reward yourself immediately. Scroll, eat, dance, nap. Whatever feels good, just associate it with effort, not escape. Because when you reward focus instead of procrastination, you're reprogramming your brain's reward system. And soon you'll crave the feeling of flow more than the hit of distraction. Step 5. The evening shutdown ritual. Productivity isn't about what you start. It's about what you end. Most people never give their brain closure. They just collapse into bed with 47 open tabs and a head full of chaos. So every night, spend 10 to 15 minutes doing this. Write down what you accomplished. List what still needs attention. Note one thing you're grateful for. Then stop. Close your laptop. Turn off screens for 30 minutes. Let your brain detox from input so it can actually reset. You'll sleep deeper, wake clearer, and stop feeling like every day blends into one endless to-do list. 5. The psychology behind it. When you follow a predictable rhythm, your brain starts releasing less cortisol, the stress hormone. That means less mental noise, fewer decision battles, and way less anxiety. Routine isn't boring, it's neurological freedom. It tells your brain, we're safe, we've done this before. That calm is what creates focus, and focus is what creates flow. Once you enter flow, dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins start working for you. You stop chasing motivation and start running on chemistry. That's why people who seem effortlessly productive aren't working harder. They've simply trained their brain to crave the process. It's not discipline anymore. It's identity. 6. Address the resistance. Now, let's be honest. You'll still mess up. You'll oversleep, skip workouts, spiral into doom scrolling. And that's fine. You're human. The goal isn't perfection. It's recovery speed. If you miss one day, forgive yourself. If you miss 2, you're building the habit of quitting. So bounce back fast. Restarting is the habit. Every time you fall and get up, you're carving deeper identity grooves in your brain. I'm the kind of person who shows up again. That's where confidence comes from. Not from never failing, but from knowing failure doesn't stick to you anymore. 7. The mindset shift. Here's the part that'll blow your mind. Routines don't trap you. They set you free. Think of your life like a jazz band. Structure gives rhythm, but freedom gives the melody. When your mornings run automatically, you don't waste energy deciding what to do. You use that energy to create. That's why the most successful people seem calm. They live inside rhythm, not chaos. Once you lock in your rhythm, discipline isn't something you do. It's something you become. So here's your challenge. Tonight, design your own illegal routine. Write down your 3 morning anchors. Choose one 90-minute focus zone. Set your evening shutdown ritual. Then run it for just 7 days. Not forever. Just 7. Watch what happens to your energy, your focus, your confidence. And when people start asking how you suddenly got your life together, just smile and say, let's just say, it's kind of illegal. Because once your day runs automatically, motivation isn't something you chase, it's something that chases you.